Um, my son, my older son, I was talking to him the other day, and he was saying how it's weird that I'm talking about all this abuse and I'm not talking about sexual abuse, because that's all you hear about in the news. That's all you hear about, I guess, out there is sexual abuse. You never hear about any other kind of abuse. Really. Uh, it just got me thinking that I never really heard about any abuse other than sexual abuse until I started saying it, calling my abuse out. And that's weird. That's weird how the stigma of abuse has been tied to sexual so hard. Not weird. I mean, it would seem like it would be on purpose, because goddamn, if the whole system's built on abuse, then of course they're going to try to mask that abuse by making it seem like sexual abuse is the only fucking abuse that matters, right? That's how I'm seeing it right now. Oh, by the way, so I went back and I watched another video from just now, and yeah, so my brain's still just like I'm getting ahead of myself on things because I'm trying to push my brain ability to speak. I'm getting out of my comfort zone for what I know I can recall and handle. So I just want to make a note of that. I was fine yesterday, so it could have been so I had financial stress on me. I had and then I met with my buddy today for the first time. I mean, when do I socialize? I never socialize. So I socialized today. Plus, I had to talk to the customer today. And I worked a couple hours today. Yeah, in the ladders. Okay, so yeah, I'm wore out. That's what it is. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with me in real time. So I'm just drained. And it's just so sad, like, but that would make sense to me, that sexual abuse is tied, like, whenever you hear about abuse, like, constantly, I guess, in the news. I don't know, I don't watch news, or I'm not really in tune like that, but I would imagine that, yeah, that's the only kind of abuse I hear when I'm out. Yeah, so that's pretty wild, man. So if the whole that makes perfect sense. So I'm just trying to tie things together like that. If the whole system's built on abuse by the abusers, of course they're going to try to mask that abuse by stigmatizing abuse as one certain category of abuse, sexual abuse, and against one certain type of woman. So now you just really divided everybody over everything, and then you shut everybody else up about their own personal abuse. So yeah, that's perfect. I mean, if I was back engineering a fucked up plan, that would be a way to do it. I remember reading Communist Manifesto when I was a kid. I read it a few times, several times maybe. I found it such an interesting read because I just couldn't believe that, that was being instigated. And then to watch it over my life, play out. Like, I watched the education system just completely sell out. in all these institutions. It's just, and it's all by plan. That's what I'm saying. Like, now to understand that it's just, and everything goes in cycles, because it's a hell realm. It's a fucking never ending, just reincarnation, all these phases. Yeah. So that's also, and I've been thinking, because I've been reevaluating. I haven't thought too much about the whole after death thing lately. But I was thinking about it the other day, and I would say, yeah, we are definitely being enslaved for our energy. Definitely being enslaved for our energy. We got AI and entities at work. We got the hell and heaven realm. The whole way this works, the laws it works by, all that's real. The gematria is, all this shit's apparent. All this shit's set up. Yeah, so it's definitely, we're being slaved and farmed. And they put it right in our fucking faces, So it's so wild. You just feel like you're being hurted. Anytime I go outside myself, I just feel like I'm being hurted. At least when I'm right here, I have, I can work through things. I'm still working through dissonance, but I can tell it's here. It's not here. When something comes from here, it's like, it's powerful and strong, and I don't doubt it, and it's immediate. But yeah, I go outside myself, and I need all this knowledge. And if I don't have knowledge, I need to go attain more knowledge. And then I'm so afraid of making a wrong decision. But then you have to make a decision by a certain time. Then, so that's what I'm saying. It's just like all horseshit, man. It's all horseshit. And that's why this is happening to me now, because it stressed me out. Like, it stressed my system out. I wasn't expecting to go out today. I wasn't expecting to do that stuff today. Like, all I've been doing has all been planned. Actually, I think that's the one unplanned thing, other than picking up my daughter, that I've done in the past 9 months. So yeah, I'm holding it together. Yeah, hopefully I'll sleep good tonight, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. What I got to make sure is I don't go into mania. Yeah, so I'll probably fast tonight and get back in tune, back in touch. My, that noise is my feral cat. He's got an old squirrel bone that dried up in like a circle. It's like a whole squirrel carcass. It dried up, in a circle like months ago, and yeah, that's his toy. He loves it. One of the other things I noticed going back and watching those videos was I've always had a hard time anyways with my train of thought if I don't bullet point and write down like my visual. If I catch something, like I'm sitting over here looking and I'm like, man, how is my eye, like how do I even do these videos? So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm hyper focusing to be able to even do these videos. I'm hyper focusing. Because I'm doing them and I'm pulling from here as much as possible. I mean, you guys can probably tell when I'm pulling from here and pulling from here. For those who can read, if you're watching my face or if you're even listening to me, if you can tell by voice inflection. But yeah, I just find it fascinating. Like I'm going to have to go back and watch my videos and see how I'm progressing and things that I'm not catching with my, as I'm healing. because it's gone so fast. I've processed a lot in the past month, I think. In the past 4 weeks, I think I've processed a ton. I think that's when I started this whole childhood processing. So, yeah, just bullet points, but yeah, I think I'll fast tonight. Make sure I'm not going into a mania. And the way I'm going to keep myself out of that is I'm not going to eat, so that way my body can just focus on healing itself. I'm overweight right now anyways, probably by about 20 pounds. So, we'll see. I mean, honestly, right now would probably be a good time to do like a long fast. But we'll see. As far as that's been going, I'm not torturing myself. I just do what my body feels like doing. But if I feel like my body's just like right now, my body's saying, "Oh man, come on, dude, you sure you don't want to eat?" But I know I don't. So once I get past like a certain time period, because I'm dealing with so much still with my healing psychologically, like I can't go through like real crazy body stuff right now, So we'll see. I'll keep that updated too, and we'll see how that correlates now that I'm more healed than I was prior when I was really keeping track of that. And again, I have been, I've gotten off since my daughter moved in, I got off my red meat diet. But I still am doing, 1 meal a day, but still dealing with a sugar addiction. But, keeping that food intake in about 4 hours a day, 6 hours at the most, but 4 hours so I'm still doing 20 to 22 hours, is what I've been doing, again, just for my documentation. On the regular 18 to 20 hours since my daughter moved in a couple weeks ago. Yeah. But yeah, and actually I'm looking forward to this fast now because I see my body's been really holding on to that comfortableness. So yeah, well, I'm going to get rid of that one, and I'll keep track on that one too.